Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. All right, Dan. It's been a couple weeks since the fight. How you feeling physically? No broken bones, no injuries.
No, nothing. Just body's just like recovering from. It's just after you smash out like a big fight camp and a hard fight, your body just kind of needs a little bit of time to reset. So you just feel I reckon I'll get back to training next week.
All right, sounds good, man. Sounds good. Yeah, let's get right into it, man. Dana White, he did an IG live, and he said he had some news on a few fighters, that you've mentioned, Conor McGregor and Charles Oliveira. Are you tied in with any of those announcements? Can you say anything about that? None of those are connected to you. Nothing like in the
I
works.
mean, I haven't heard from my manager. I haven't spoken anything like that. I think everyone's just giving me some time to chill out and rest and recover and stuff like that. But like I've said, that I'll fight before the end of the year. I don't know. I know as much as everyone else knows, but I think everyone knows that I would love to jump in the cage with any of those boys.
For sure. There's a conspiracy theory, going around that Connor's been trolling Chandler for the last year and he's never gonna fight him. You know what I mean? He's just been fucking with him. What do you think of that?
Nah, that's a little bit. It'll like fuck go break his toe. Like, what do you? Well, broken bones are broken bone. Like that rules you out of the fight. It is what it is. So I can't really. I think that's a bit of a conspiracy theory. I don't think he's I don't think he's trolling that hard.
And there's a talk of the BMF title as well, but the guy that owns that title is Max Holloway. He'll be fighting Topuria next for the featherweight title. What do you see in that matchup, and who you see winning that fight?
It's a toss up. This like a 50-50, man. Yeah, it's like an interesting. That's an interesting style, man. That's gonna be a real. That's a real close battle. Probably edge it towards Max just because like he's got so much experience and he's on like quite a tier at the moment. But close, good fight, man. Good fight.
For sure, good fight. All right, so December, you want to be back by then, and Armin's talking about fighting Islam in December for the title, but I believe he has a hand injury, and he might not return in time. And Armin said that in an interview, he said that he would fight you in December for the interim title. What do you think of that?
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, I'll fight him. Like, of course, of course. I'd love to punch that guy in the throat. December for yeah, any like, bro. I wouldn't. I would never turn down a fight in my life, let alone a title fight. Like that's what we do it. We all do it for. You know what I mean? That would be yeah, perfect, perfect.
The reason why I ask you is because some fighters they feel like the interim title is not the same as the undisputed title. What's your views on that?
Yeah, until I've learned that fucking interim title gets pay per view points,
Mhm.
um, BMF title gets pay per view points. It's like, brother, the only reason I want the real title is the pay per view points. So if you're gonna give it to me off these other, to me it's just a mate belt to belt, but you get the pay per view points as the opportunity to get that life changing money. You know.
For sure,
We
man. For
do like
sure, that is.
I'm a prize fighter, prize fighter, brother. You're doing it for you fight for money.
And in that same interview, he said that you know, fighters will talk in interviews, but they never like do anything when it's face to face. You know what I mean? Like, and I think he was referring to you in that because I believe the
I've
interviewer
never,
was saying that
not
you're
even I've never even seen the guy.
never seen him.
Never seen him in my life, brother.
But yeah, you're open for that, man. That's the fight. You think if it doesn't work out with Charles Oliveira or he doesn't fight Islam?
Oh well, I'd love to fight. Yeah, yeah. Fuck, count me in, boys.
Any whispers about a card back in New Zealand? You hear anything about that? You know what I mean? You guys got a lot of momentum now. You know what I mean? The team and you and Kai and a few other the boys. What do you think of that?
Oh, I think you'd sell it out 7 days of the week. I don't know, but there's just no plans. I heard there's rumors of a Australian card early next year. So in terms of New Zealand, I think we're still a ways off that. We're a ways
Mhm.
off that. Whether it's and I know they got a few more like contracted to Perth and that, so it's like it's probably not even like 2025 here in New Zealand. Probably even probably like 2026. Like it's a it's a ways off, bro. It's a ways off, and it's just the way that the businesses operate. Like
Mhm.
they get a lot of like these states in Australia have signed contracts and made deals with the UFC to make it financially make a lot more sense for them to come, and then it's the government here in New Zealand doesn't is not making those kind of moves. You know what I mean? So of course, why would they do it?
Are they kind of like combative against like having the UFC there? You think is that what it
Nah,
is?
nah. Like, oh, I mean, it's tricky to get into, but
Okay.
it's still not like, yeah, they're not gonna like go out of their way to bend over backwards and give like tax breaks and all the whatever, sign a big contract with still cage fighting at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a game of yeah, it's not a game of it's not. And New Zealand's like pretty lefty as well, so you can
Politics.
you can you can yeah, you can assume how that fixes.
For sure, man. Yeah, I hope they do get back, man. But it might be perfect time for everybody if they do. What I mean, if they do come back in 2026 at the earliest, but we'll see what happens.
So wait, it's a ways off. It's a ways off.
It is, man. This fight game goes real fast. Yeah, man. When you look at December, they have UFC 310, December 7th. They do have a fight like booked for that card, so that's perfect. And Izzy's talking about coming back before the end of the year as well. You know what I mean? So that'd probably be a good time for both you guys to be back in, right?
Where's that?
There's no location for that one though. They just have the date and the event.
I've done that. I've done that before and got sent on to the other side of the world. So I'm not. I'm not sticking my hand up too early, brother. Until I know where it is. If it's in Vegas, all right. I'll see you there, boys.
Okay, all right, all right. Vegas is not that bad. Your friend Oscar, man, from Mac Life, he's fighting bare knuckle against Ben Davis. You're gonna be in the corner? Is that right?
Yeah, like that's um that's the plan, bro. Like that's just one of those things that you can't pass up. He's gonna fight bare knuckle boxing in a bullfighting arena in Spain, and it's like that'll be a cool one to get out to. Hopefully, knock that out and then jump straight into camp.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man, to be in the corner for that one. What do you think of that fight, man? What do you think of these guys fighting bare knuckle, man? They're not even like going into the
Yeah, like
MMA. They're just like,
it's like put your money where your mouth is. Like it's fucking solid. That means there's like a lot of there's respect there for it. They know how hard it. Like once you go through that process, even though it's like not the same level, but you go through that process, like you understand the emotions, you understand the amount of energy that you have to invest in it to like gain any kind of success. So it's cool for them to go through it. Then you don't get these like idiot YouTubers like put their hands up and asking stupid, disrespectful questions. Like these guys would
Mhm.
never do it because they've been under the lights. They've had a fight. They know what goes into it.
So there's like an extra respect for the guys that try to go out there and compete and stuff like that.
Well, you're actually doing it. You know what I mean? You're
Mhm.
not. You're not just talking about it and saying, "Oh, he should have done this. He should have done that." It's like you because you've been in there and you know how hard it is. You're like, it's not as easy. There's a million different things in a fight. There's a million different things happening at once. So something
Mhm.
might seem like blatantly obvious, but it's like out of respect. Maybe I shouldn't say that because I know how difficult the task is.
Oh, for sure, man. I gotta be careful myself. I don't want no one to come at me and shit. Now, on that topic too, like there's a lot of coaches nowadays, right? There's a lot of coaches from prior generations, and there's new coaches out there. And some coaches have fought, and some coaches have not. I mean, is there a difference? Do you think there's like from fighters that there's a different level of respect for those that actually competed?
Um, I value it as a thing, but there are some incredibly successful coaches that have never fought. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
think Greg Jackson had never fought and stuff like that.
Mhm.
For me personally, like all of our coaches at City Kickboxing have all had heaps of fights. Like they're all very experienced, and for me as well, it's like so when they say something, it's like from a place of experience. It's from a place like when they say you need to do this, it's because they've been in that same situation and they've put them down and they've made those decisions as well. So it's like I guess you can respect what they're saying like a little bit more. But there's like two sides to the coin, right? It's like if the guy has, if your coach has like never fought before, then he doesn't have that fear, which is sometimes like a good thing because he can tell you stuff from a place of like having no fear about it. So it will be like the objectively the right decision, and you should do it, but it's like a little bit reckless because you're not worried about getting knocked out, or you don't know what it's like to get your ass kicked and your ribs broken and choked out. Like
Yeah.
you're not scared of it, so you can just say everything like a little bit more objectively.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. Now, it's you just won your fight. I don't think I've ever asked you about this. Like, how do you celebrate the wins, and do the wins, like the excitement, the high from the wins, do they last very long for you? Because some fighters tell me they don't last as long. You know what I mean? As like a setback.
Nah, nah, no way, no way. Like losing is like fucking just have like a burning rock in your hand and you just have to carry it around until you win again. So you might have to carry that thing around for like a year. You know what I mean? But like winning, like bro, I'm over it. I was over it Tuesday. Tuesday when you get back to reality and it's like yeah, same shit. Like it just wears off. But that's it. Like the high lasts a day, and and the loss lasts until you get it back. It lasts forever.
And then when you walk around, right, town, and your face is not the same Dan Hooker face, right? It's kind of beat up. Like, do people come up to you and maybe they don't might not know who you are? You know what I mean? Do you get some looks?
Oh, it's like I keep my sunglasses on, brother. I keep my
Okay.
sunglasses on. That's the funny one, like because I'll like around town going out and then still have like during the day and then it's like still have your sunglasses on, but people come up for pictures and they go, oh, the amount of people that ask me to take my sunglasses off because like they want the black eyes and the cuts and the fucking stitches and
Uh,
this, and I'm going, bro, that's wild. But I have something later. They go, "Can you take it?" They go, "Take your sunglasses off." I go, "You take your pants off." I said, "You take your pants off. I'll take my sunglasses off." I'm like, because it's a weird thing to ask someone, right? Like,
yeah.
it's a weird thing to walk up to someone, ask someone for a picture, and then get them to change their outfit.
Yeah.
It's like that's just it's strange, bro. And it's like they're just normal people, but it's like they want the blood, they want the guts, they want the
Yeah.
oh, let's show everyone his face. It's wild, wild to me.
It is. It is very wild, man. How about, going and picking up like your daughter at school or something like that? Have you walked into school like after a
Oh, but
fight?
like not many be not many of the ladies down in Ellerslie, like they know about it, I guess, but it's like
Yeah,
there's not everyone's a buddy cage fighting fan. Like
exactly.
there's obviously you get a bit of respect and a few nods off the other dads and that, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. I feel like it's just from that last fight and from my career, like people just respect how you play the game, which is like cool.
Yeah, definitely, man. You get a lot of respect from a lot of people, and man, you're back in the top five. I think you were in the top five, what, 3 years ago or 4 years ago? And then now you're back in the top five and very close to a title shot, man. Congratulations, man. Watching it all play out, it's been pretty insane. I'm going to tell you that right now, just as a spectator. And yeah, I can't wait until December, man. I can't wait to see what happens. Good luck to you, man, on getting the fight that you want.
Thank you very much, brother. That's the difference about the last time I was in the top five. I made some very dumb decisions. So I'm sitting on my top five spot now, and just have don't do anything dumb written on the back of my eyelids.
And you got a management team behind you now, you know what I mean? That
Definitely, definitely saves me a bit.